Hey everyone. So I've been integrating a lot of products with Google Earth or Google Maps, and I realized that I really just haven't shown people how to use it to really support your curriculum. So I've been using Google Maps and Google Earth, the new Google Earth on the web, to really immerse kids in the world. So when you're learning something in social studies, not just talking about it, not just looking at a still picture, but going there. Also, it's wonderful for literature. Right now, I'm doing a unit. My district is doing a unit on the World War II. And so I'm using Google Maps and Google Earth to take them on the trip that their character was in. So if we're reading like Milkweed by Jerry Spinelli and the main character is in Warsaw, Poland, then I'm using Google Earth and Google Maps to be able to investigate Warsaw, Poland, and the things that this kid would have seen. So really cool things. So I just realized that I hadn't really done a post about how you can use this in your classroom. So I'm going to focus today on Google Earth because that's the newest one. But actually Google Earth and Google Maps are basically the same thing. Same photos, same type of investigation. Earth just looks prettier. So it is earth.google.com, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to launch Google Earth, and it takes a bit. It is very high in visualization, so it takes a while. There we go. That was nice and quick. Okay, so you got a couple different things, and the kids love this, especially if you bring it up on a projector or Promethean board. It just looks amazing, right? So you got a couple different things that you can do off on the left-hand side. You can search. This is where we would just put in our search. I'm going to do that in a couple seconds. This is awesome. This is Voyager, and Voyager actually kind of has these trips already built in that you can look. So here we go, museums around the world, futuristic film locations, Audubon Society. I'm a big fan of history. So I love to go see, you've got like passing the Raft baton and the footsteps. It's really amazing stuff. Sorry, it's not loading right now. So then this is one of my favorite things. I do this with a lot of my young kids in the district. We've added it into a lot of morning meeting. We call it, our trip around the world. And we just click on I'm feeling lucky. And if you click on I'm feeling lucky, it just brings you somewhere in the world. And here we are. We're in Saipan, is the largest of the Northern Mariana Islands. We get information here. This information, if you click on it, it is connected to Wikipedia, and it brings me someplace. And the same thing I can do, I can go back and I can click and it'll bring me someplace else. And you can also click off the cards. Okay. Over here, you can actually save places, and here you can share out locations. So I'm just going to show you, like if you are studying Rome. So if you're studying Rome, first of all, if I go back to my Earth and click on it, it'll bring me back to that nice, beautiful picture of the globe. Everybody loves that. So let's say I want my kids to look at the Colosseum. I am going to click on this, and I'm going to type in Colosseum. Pretty simple. Here we go, the piazza. There it is. So if I go ahead and click on it, it is going to zoom in. And there we go. How cool does that look, right? So it's spinning. If I click, it'll stop. If I go over here from 2D, that's going to be a top-down view. 3D is going to tilt it even more so I can see what it really looks like. Here, I can zoom in further, or I can zoom out. I told you this is Wikipedia. If I click on this, it opens up in a really pretty Wikipedia page, gives you some information, tells you where it's located. I can then go back. Okay, and it brings me back to where I am. And then my absolute favorite is Pegman. So this guy is known as Pegman. And what he allows me to do is he allows me to enter Street View. And what Street View is the 360 spheres. I call them 360 photospheres that kids can enter and be able to look all around. Some of them are singular pictures. If you got a dot, it's singular. I'll show you that. And if you get a line, that's where the Google Street View van actually went through. So I am going to go over to my little Pegman right here, and I'm going to click on him. And when we are in his mode, he turns yellow. And as you can see, these dots are singular 360-degree spheres. And then the lines are made by the Google cars that run through and take 360 pictures as you're traveling. So in order to get into a dot, you can actually zoom in a little bit. And then you can actually click on the dot, but I find that doesn't work as well in Google Earth. I can actually do Street View, pick him up, bring him to one of the dots and drop him. And then you're going to get this. And now I am able to turn in all directions. If I click on the arrows, it brings me to other parts as well. So I'm able to see this. This is a great one. Look at that. And I'm able to see different areas by clicking on the dots of this photosphere. So this person uploaded a whole bunch of photospheres. If I go back and click on the X, and it takes me out, and I can click it to stop. I like looking at it in 3D. And if I do the yellow again, and again, I like to click in a little bit further, and maybe I drop him into one of the lines. Now, I am on the street, and I can do the same thing. I can click the arrow, and I can travel. I can actually see where he is. When you're working with VR goggles, it actually brings you forward. So really quickly, I want to show you that if you're really going to be working with the 360 dots, Google Maps does the same exact thing. It's just not as cool and not as pretty, but I find it's kind of your workhorse. So right here, there it is, the Coliseum. I can click there because I already typed it in before. This information down here is the same as the cards, okay? You can push it over. I turn it over to satellite. And so it's actually just a picture from up above. And then I have found, and then I'm going to go in a little bit further, I have found these 360 pictures are super easy. So I can touch him, and then I can click on the picture, and it brings, and take a look. So this one, if you notice, runs a little bit faster because it doesn't have as many graphics. So you can definitely make a choice. I've used these with kids from 2nd grade to 8th grade. I don't teach high school, so that's why. But basically, when I'm working with older kids, 5th grade through 8th grade, I'll do a lot of like investigation. I will give them the places to go look at and then let them investigate after I teach them how to do the 360s and look in. Little kids, I often do things with QR codes. Maybe they scan it, or I give them a bit.ly link to this page. If you see up here, that you can turn this into a smaller link, or put the link into HyperDoc in Google Classroom, and the kids can go and discover on their own, or they can see specific things that you want them to see. So I hope you like this. I really have integrated this into a lot of classrooms. I show this to teachers all the time, and they're amazed, and then I get to come in later and see their kids looking all over the world using Google Earth and Google Maps. And again, Google Earth has more bang for your buck. It's prettier, it's cooler, the kids love it. Google Maps is quicker. It doesn't have as many graphics. Hope you like this. Bye.